Hey, what's up? It's your boy Paul Brantley. We're gonna get into the Housewives of Lagos, season one, episode 7. So it starts off with Toy and her fashion. Oh, I forget. At her fashion shop, her fashion store, fashion shop, whatever it is. She is actually working with Iobi daughter, because she actually does all of Iobi's daughter's designs. She's been doing her birthday designs for the last 5 years, and she actually designed her 21 birthday outfit, and she doing a birthday shoot. So she there today, fitting her, and she doing a birthday shoot. Doing that, Iobi end up calling, checking on her and stuff, her daughter and everything and stuff, seeing how everything go. And then her and Tori end up talking. Tori end up asking about how she felt about how she felt about yeah, how she felt about the fashion show and everything. And she said she had a great time and stuff and all that and stuff, that she liked the fashion show, and they talked about that. It was all good and whatever. Uh they moved on from that. They end up doing the fashion shoot and everything. We end up moving on from that to Amir. Amir is We end up moving on to Amir. Amir is at home. Excuse me. She at home hanging out with her sister by the pool. Her and her sisters hanging out and talking about her new fashion line that's getting ready to launch. Looking at a couple of the pieces that are they had just came in and stuff, and talking about how things are going with her and the ladies and stuff. As she was doing that, her husband came out with snacks, came out with food and stuff, and they were talking about her upcoming dinner that she having, and her husband came up with them picking drawing numbers for the seating arrangement, so that nobody's sitting by their besties. So they drawing numbers to switch it up and stuff. So they end up doing that. So that we move on from there. We move on to we end up moving on to Iabo and Toy on their way to move on to Iabo and Toy. Iabo end up going, and Iabo and Toy end up riding together to Amir's house to the dinner. They end up arriving first, then Lauren. Lauren said in her confession that she was not in the mood. She was not in a good mood. She's not sick, but she just wasn't in a good mood. So she was in a bitchy mood. So she's in a bitchy mood. So we don't know what Lauren is out today. That's what it seemed like. We don't know what Lauren we getting today. uh Excuse me. We don't know what Lauren we getting today. As they are sitting around in Lauren and Amir house. Amir haven't came down or anything, so the lady just sitting there. We got Lauren and Toy on their phone. Arabo sitting there looking at the ladies like they not interacting. They on their phone. Arabo sitting there like, okay, like they ain't gonna interact. Like, She went just shaking her head like, yeah. So they move on. They show Caroline. So Caroline's a little upset that she's gonna be late. She's gonna arrive late to Amir's house because today has been very hectic for her. Uh, it's been a very moody day for her, so I think things has been not going quite well for her. So her day been kind of hectic. So she's gonna be late, and yeah. So they showed that, and then they went back to the house, to Mir's house. The lady's still waiting on Amir. They still trying to figure out where Amir is, because nobody has showed up. Toy wondering where Amir at. Then Amir show up. She started hugging the ladies, and when she hugged Lauren gave like a side ass hug, kinda. She gave like a side ass kind of hug, and Amir went, okay, now we on that today. She went, okay, we on that today. She went already starting already. She went, alrighty, here we go. She went, here we go. I went, ooh. Mm. So yeah, we already starting already. So Lauren is on her craziness. So Amir Amir ended up telling Lauren and Toy that there would be no gossiping. She said there'd be no gossiping tonight. She said there'd be no gossiping tonight. So yeah, there'd be no gossiping tonight. She ain't on, so she's not on that gossiping. She ain't on that drama tonight. And Ayabo confession, Ayabo one like she can be a drama queen. She like Amir can be a drama queen. She can be a drama queen, but you know. But it's like I get what she's saying. Tonight is a night that you in my home. I want it to be peaceful. I want us to get along. I ain't trying to deal with that drama. Not today. It's like I get it. I understand it. But, you can't control how people are going to act. Really. But, yeah. So she ended up, after that, she ended up telling the ladies that, for dinner they will have to end up picking numbers. Have to pick a number for their seating, so there will not be anybody sitting next to their besties. So yeah, so there will not be any of that gossiping going on. So she had the ladies pick, and coincidentally, Toy picked number one. Toy picked one. I want to say Lauren picked two. IOB picked three. Yeah. And I don't know what Amir picked. I don't know what she picked. Yeah. So, and then she gave them gifts. The gifts one was a book that she had wrote. And I don't know what the other gift was. The ladies didn't show what other gift that she gave them. But she gave them a book that she had wrote and published. I don't know what it was. She didn't say what it was. She talked a little bit about it, but I don't remember what it was or what she said it was. They all thanked her for it, for the gifts and everything. Um, Doing that, I want to say uh, Kiyomi called. Is either Ayabo called Kiyomi or Kiyomi called Ayabo. I don't know which one, but she called and said she was gonna be running late and stuff, uh, and everything. So during that, that's when Toy was like in her confession. Toy went, ugh, you know, you know, we waiting here and it's like the same ones are late again and everything. I went, hold up, ho. It's like I'm really tired of you. I said you keep saying they late, but I said you have been late too. I said you keep saying they late, but I said, ho, you been late too. You been late. You have been late. Like, don't sit there and act like you have not been late. Like you act like you done been on time every time, and you have not been on time. You have not. So don't sit here and act like you always on time and you're not on time. So yeah, I said so. She was getting on my nerves already. Toy was going into in her confession, and so the ladies were all sitting there and they started talking. Toy went in to say, you know, saying that she's not a conf. She said she tried not to be confidential. Confidential. She tried not to be confidential. She tried not to be something. Um, Confidential. I forget what it was. She tried not to be. She tried not to be something. Confidential. Oh, she tried not to be confrontational. Confrontational. She tried not to be confrontational. I hope that's right. Confrontational. She's trying to be confrontational. She said she used to wait outside your house, but now she just don't say nothing. She just look at you and stuff. I'm like, okay, whatever. Say whatever, girl. I'm like, whatever. Um, they started talking about domestic violence and stuff. So Toy done been through emotional domestic violence, and she done been through physical domestic violence. I don't know if her last relationship she went through it where she said that uh, it was something she wanted, some clothes or whatever, and the guy ended up beating her up because of it, because she wanted to put her name or something on it, and he beat her up because of it. Yes. So they had Lauren said like this was the first time she heard about it, but Amir actually knows all about it. She said Amir knows a lot about this because she tells Amir everything, and Amir knows all about all her stuff that she done been through. And it's like, okay, it's like I'm sorry to hear that she went through all that stuff and everything. Um, I'm sorry to hear it. The emotional stuff. She's talked about if she see people going through like emotional abuse and stuff like that. and stuff. She tells people, um, tell them that they need to get out of it and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, okay. I went, okay, alrighty. I was like, okay. Um, it, okay. I feel sorry for. I said when she talked about her past and whatever, I feel sorry for Toy. I really do. Um, I don't know how to explain it, but like I feel sorry for her and everything. I don't know. I'm gonna move on from that because my brain is going, and I don't want to get too deep into it, but we're gonna move on. Um, so the ladies kept talking and whatever, and the ladies were actually getting emotion. They was actually getting actually hungry, and it was like 8 o'clock or something by that time, and they were still waiting on uh, Caroline and Kiyomi, and so Amir was like, we can go ahead and just eat and stuff, and they was like, uh, let's just wait a few minutes. Excuse me, let's just wait a few minutes. So they ended up waiting, and it was like they've been waiting for like 5 hours. Like now it's the issue, cause now Iobi was mad. Iobi was really pissed. She was pissed off, and she said once they get here, she gonna have something to say about it because it's past disrespectful, and it's past this is just out of control. So the ladies ended up going to sit down for dinner, and the chef ended up being Amir's cousin. Her cousin ended up being the chef, and they ended up starting out with a don't. It was a donut was the first appetizer and stuff. Yeah, and stuff. So they ended up starting out with that. Um, and then so they ended up eating it. They ended up started eating and stuff. And as they were eating and just chit chatting and whatever, that's when Amir said, like, I'm happy that with just the ladies that are here. She went, I don't really care about a grand entrance and stuff. And it's about the principle of you coming on time. And it's like, yes, I get that. It's like, yeah, it is about the principle of arriving on time. It's about the principle of at least calling the host and at least call the host and tell the host that you're going to be late. It's like you at least call the host and you tell the host, you at least call them, text them, and tell them that I'm actually going to be late. So you can just go ahead with whatever you got planned, and I will be there, but I'm gonna be late. You could at least called her and told her, or text her and said, I'm gonna be late, I'm sorry. And they both could have did that. They could have. But I want to say Kiyomi actually was on the phone, and she actually said the time that she was gonna be there. It was supposed to be 8 o'clock, but things were in pairs. So after that, they did the little Amir talk. The food started coming. Other stuff started coming out. They switched over to Kiyomi and Caroline. So Caroline ended up picking up Kiyomi, and they ended up riding together. So uh, Kiyomi ended up having more work, ended up having extra clients. So she ended up having extra 3 more clients than usual. So the day was a little bit longer than she planned it to be. So yeah, that's why she was late. She said that's why she was late, running late. So they ended up coming. When they showed up, she had, a flower, had a bouquet, had a plant of flowers and a card and everything. Apologizing. They get there. She apologized. Amir had them draw numbers, even though it was only 2 seats left. Still had them draw numbers. Sat down. They did apologize again. When they sat down, that's in the confession. That's when Iobi was like, I'm gonna say how I feel, cause it's just wrong. And I'm like, okay. It's like I get it. It would have been kind of better if I would have felt. I said it would have been better if the host did it. Excuse me, over you doing it, but it's cool because I feel I said, but she did call you. She called your phone, and I can see the more of a issue with it. So, as Iobi was talking, she was like, she ain't this time. They were supposed to be there at 12. So the thing was for 12 o'clock to be there, and majority of them was there at 12, except 2 people. So she went through the thing. They were waiting and all that stuff, and then you give another time that you were supposed to come and you didn't come, and then she finally doing her as she going. Kiyomi was like, I wish she'd just say my name, because she looking directly at me, and Caroline was like, Caroline went, I hope she ain't talking to me. Caroline, I know, I hope she ain't talking to me, because Caroline went, I know I was late, but she ain't talking to me. I went, Caroline, you're a mess. But she went, I know she talking to Kiyomi, but she went, I know I was late. And I know why I was late. But she finally said, Kiyomi, she went, Kiyomi went, she went, I know you was talking to me, but she went, I'm glad you said my name. She went, yeah, Kiyomi, and stuff. And Kiyomi said, I'm sorry that I was late and stuff. She went, okay, mommy. Yeah. She apologized and whatever and stuff. And so they went on as the night went, eating and stuff, chit-chatting and all that. Then we got Bullface, funny acting, Laura over here in the corner, because she's sitting next to Kiyomi. She's sitting across from Toy. She acting, doing faces, acting stupid. And we got Kiyomi looking at her like, what's going on with her and stuff, and she over there acting all weird. And then in her confession, she's saying, I'm bored. I'm just bored. It's like I'm ready to go home and all this stuff, and saying she went, I haven't drank champagne in a while. But girl, you've been saying since day one you don't drink. So I said, why did you drink if you don't drink? You should have just drunk some water or got a non-alcoholic drink. Like, you don't make sense. But yeah, that's what she was saying. It's like, I don't think she was drunk. I think she was just acting. So she acting a fool and stuff, doing the most. As she doing all that, Toy trying to cheer her up and stuff, and then she like uh going she ended up going off on Toy, um telling Toy, you doing too much. She went, you doing too much. And like Ayabo was like, I Ayabo went, ooh, really? Ayabo her confessed like, ooh, really? Girl, really? She went, ugh, you doing too much. And her confession went, Toy was doing too much. Toy was doing too much. And Toy went, okay, bitch. Toy, her confession was like, okay, bitch. Okay, bitch. I got you. So Toy trying to make her like, because she was acting, so she was just acting a fool, um, and stuff. And Kiyomi asked her like, what's going on, and she just said she was bored. So yeah. So the ladies ended up get finished eating and whatever. So they ended up going to do karaoke up on Amir's. She has a rooftop deck bar, rooftop bar, and karaoke at the top on the top of her house, on top of the roof. And they ended up going to do karaoke. And that's when you think the whole night, she wasn't bored then, she wasn't tired. Lauren wasn't tired or nothing. I'm like, this heifer is a mess. She is a true mess. I said, that heifer needs some. I said, did she take her pills? Because Ayabo said, like, I know when Ayabo said, I'm an actress. And I can tell when a person, she ain't high. I can tell when a person is acting. And she's drama. And she is playing. She was just acting the whole time. That way she was, and she's drama for no reason. And I'm like, I don't get her. I don't. I say, I truly don't get her. And it's Lauren, them faces she was doing, putting the dinner napkin over her face that was so unclass. She had no class at all. And it's like, girl, what is you doing? What are you doing? But as the night went on, the ladies ended up having fun and everything. So that ended the next day. They showed Kiyomo was at her business. She was because she has a foundation called the Good Way Foundation that she started 2018. Foundation does a lot, and she was getting goodie baskets together and stuff. And as she was doing all that, she had been getting goodie bags together, her and her team, and she took a break. As she took a break, she ended up calling Amir and thanking Amir for inviting her to her house and that she had a great time, the food and everything. And that's when Amir ended up talking to her and telling her, like, her issues with what went on at the party, went on at her dinner. She said her issue with Lauren. Lauren was acting a fool. She said Lauren was talking about the food not being, she didn't like the certain food. She talked about how Lauren gave her a half hug, and Lauren did give her a half hug. And that's when Kiyomi asked, like, did Lauren actually have, did Lauren have issues? She went, no. She went, I don't know what's Lauren's problem and stuff. She went, and that's when Kiyomi was there, like, she gave me that devil. She gave me that devil. She went, she act like the devil to me. If she do, but that's Kiyomi. When she said that, this second time she done said that about her. And yeah, so they just chit chat and stuff. And they ended it and stuff, ending the conversation and stuff. They go on. Yeah, so she go back to getting ready to start started packing up bags again, and then comes her friend OG. Her friend OG comes in, who went on a trip, the girls trip, comes in and you know and start, she's a part of her. She comes in, she helps her and everything with the foundation and stuff. And she started asking, she went, girl, what's going on with you and Lauren? What's going on with you and Lauren? And everything, like, what's going on? She went, cause she went like, what is her issue? And she went, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with her. She went, because she went, like, she got a personality problem. I went, girl, personality problem. She got more than personality problem. That heifer inside. Cause she is acting a fool. She went, I don't even know. She went, I don't know. But she told her, she told her you just need to keep she told her you better off just keeping your distance. Just keep a good distance between. Don't interact with her as much as you don't try not to interact. Don't try. She told her try not to interact as much as you can with her. That's all I can really tell you, because something ain't right with her. Because it's just the way she acts is like you can't trust her. And then as they talking, then here come Caroline. Caroline comes to support Kioma. Kioma ended up saying she told Caroline about her foundation and everything, and Caroline said she was gonna come to support her. And Caroline ended up said like she like I help you out and everything. She went, I just gotta make sure that we drop my daughter, get my daughter home and stuff. And I changed my plan. She said that she actually enjoys doing charity work and stuff like that. It's really fun for her and stuff. She had dropped anything just to help out, help out with charities and stuff like that. And so she ended up going. They ended up getting all that together. She ended up going with her and her friend and her team. They end up heading out, and as they get in a car, this is where everything goes haywire. So they in a car, and this is when I said, so the ladies have a group chat where they get the schedules, memos, everything comes through where they they get whatever going on, the itinerary, everything. And so this is where Lauren is going in. Lauren is sending out texts about Caroline and Kioma. Yeah, she started out, it's more about Caroline. She said a little bit about Kioma. I'm gonna hopefully add in the Texas into my video, hopefully. I said, so she goes in, and I said, they going at it. So in the car, Caroline going off. Caroline is heated. She like, I went to her fashion show. She had us waiting for almost 6 hours. And went to this fashion show to see what? Nothing. And this lady, she crazy. She going off and stuff, and she coming after them saying Texas saying, one text saying, like, they were late. If they were late, sure, in my real life, if they didn't show, if they were this late, I would have left at 7:30. I want, she going in, her and Caroline going at it, um, back to back. Caroline said, they going at it. I'm gonna post the text. I'm gonna post the text in my in this video so that y'all can see it, because I said it was heated. They were going at it. Then during the ride, so the Texans are coming in. So I'm thinking Caroline was texting back at the same time as the Texans are coming in. I think Caroline texted right back as the Texans was coming in. And so she texting back, getting right back at her. And then she called her a pimp. She said, like, she told her she was pimping herself out. And stuff. I'm like, bitch, hold up. She said she done pimped herself out. And stuff. I'm like, hell no. She told her she was a prostitute. She told her she was. Caroline told her she was a prostitute. She told her she was a prostitute. Lauren said that Caroline was in that nobody in the industry nobody in the industry in the industry known as trash. Caroline said, first of all, I have never been in the industry. I am a 9 to 5. I've never been in the industry. I have always worked a 9 to 5. I've never worked in the industry. Let me get that straight. Let me get that straight right now. I've always been a girl that worked a 9 to 5. Always. Never. Ever. And then as they going head to head, back to back, it gets so heated that I want to say she told her one of the texts at the end, I want to say Caroline told her something, your short husband, your short man, something. And that's when Lauren said, I'm coming for you. So now Lauren big in bed. Lauren said, I'm coming for you. And then in Caroline confession, Caroline said, girl, you coming for me. Caroline said, girl, I'm out. Caroline said, you ain't coming for me. She went, I'm like a nuclear weapon. She went, baby, I'm ready. She went, once I'm done with you, I'm done. She ain't come. She ain't come. So it's gonna be all the chat. I said, so as that was happening, after that, that's when Arabo ended up calling during that. And then Arabo called, and Caroline said, hi Arabo, I don't really feel like talking. And all of a sudden that conversation got heated, because Arabo conversation got heated because it ended up talking. Arabo said, like, Caroline was like, it started talking about the lateness, them being late, and Caroline said, first of all, we're not always late. We usually the first ones to be on time. We're usually the first ones. We're usually the first people there most of the time. So this always saying we're always late, that's not always the case. And she went, I'm really tired of this Lauren. I'm tired of Lauren. She went, so let's be clear. Lauren going around saying all this stuff, how would you feel about a person going around saying this and that about you? How would you feel about a person saying all this stuff? Arabo, how would you feel about that? And when she said that, so we didn't get to hear what Arabo said. They went back to her just talking about her confessions, and it went to be continued. And so it's like it went to be continued. So we'll have to find out next week what went down. So that's all that happened on this episode. It's getting good. All right, it's really getting good. All right, Lord, girl, you a mess. I said I knew you was gonna be some drama, but you messing with the right one. Karen gonna get you. Karen gonna get you. But that's all. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, share on all social platforms. It's your boy Paul Brantley. Thank y'all for tuning in.